Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the TCL Global Podcast. That podcast helps students confidently plan their study abroad journey, especially in UK. So, if you don't know me, I am Jahangir, your host, and today we'll talk about the most confusing things like English language requirement. So, today is present Mr. Shakil. Mr. Shakil, welcome back to the episode 3.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, let's start from the basic question. Why do UK University require English proof in the first place?
Well, see, uh, if the student wants to study in the UK, then English language certificate is mandatory. The all the courses, all the classes will be delivered in English. If you don't have the English proficiency, if you don't understand English, so there is no point to going to the UK for study. You will not understand a single word. So that's why in language certificate is very important. That shows that how proficient or how good you are at in English. But as we are doing the podcast for the African student, I just like to inform you that if the student from a few countries like Nigeria, Ghana, they don't need the IELTS in some cases. So we will describe.
Okay, so who actually need to provide English language proof?
Okay, so if the student, as I said, that if the student is from Nigeria or Ghana, they need to submit their English proficiency later, but they don't need to submit the IELTS as long as their result in the wake or NACO is better than the C6 in English language, and it has to be within the last 10 to 15 years. In some universities, we have noticed that university accepting the WAEC or NACO within 10 years, and there are few universities who are accepting the WAEC and NACO within 15 years. So it will be go case by case. So when if the student come to us and when we assess the file, then according to their qualification, according to their WAEC and the result, then we can give the option to the student.
Okay, so you talk about WAEC and NECO and also the IELTS. Like some student may need to IELTS. So which kind of student need the IELTS? And let's more talk about the IELTS. So basically, that what actually student want to hear.
Well, first of all, if we go the level by level, in the UK there are a few levels like foundation, bachelor, master's, and PhD. So especially, the foundation courses run by the pathway providers. With them, some pathway providers accept the WAEC and NACO for the English proficiency. If the result is above C6 in English language, then they can accept it. But there are few pathway providers or ask for the IELTS. It's not the academic IELTS, it should be the UKVI one. So if the student has a question, what is UKVI, they can come to us, we will make them understand. But if the student wants to do the foundation, then they can do the UKVI IELTS. And for the bachelor or master's holder, if the WAEC is not too old, then they can go for the WAEC and NACO. And if the score is less than C6, like D7, then the student should write the IELTS, and the score has to be 6.5 overall, no band less than 6. And few cases they might accept 5.5 in the lower band.
Okay, great. So if you can share, like, what are the most common mistake student make regarding their English requirements?
Well, there is as the student said, I am from Africa, I should not write the IELTS. So why should I? They insist us to go without the IELTS. But if the score is less than the requirement, the student must need to submit the IELTS. And in a few universities, if like you do have the bad result in the wake or NAEC or the high school section, but you have written the exam in a university where the proof of English, like the delivered of method was in English, So you can submit that as a document. There are few universities who can accept that. If you have a worst result in the week, don't submit that. Just give us the English proficiency letter from your university. That will remove the English condition. But not all the universities. There are 2 or 3 universities we can help you with.
Okay, so how, as a TCL Global, help a student with English requirements?
Well, if the student come with their qualification, come to us, we will give them the when we have their documents, we will assess them. Based on that, our counselor will give them the service and give them the option. So it's very easy way. Come to us, get a service, and get the right university.
Like we can say that if any student listening to us and they have any confusion or they are panic regarding their English requirement, they don't need to panic. So most of the university don't require IELTS. Some university accept WEC and NECO, and if some university require IELTS, that is also more flexible, right?
It's not the see, it's not the case is not like some universities. Most of the universities accept WAKE and NECO if it is within the duration and if you get the required mark. As I mentioned, it should be C6.
Okay, great. So thank you so much for joining the episode 3. And if any student is listening, then if they have any confusion, I guess after this discussion, they will have a clear picture regarding their English proficiency, right? Okay.
Sure, we are here to help them. Just if you have the result on your hand, and if you are still confused that where to go, if I will be eligible with this English result or not, just come to us. We are here to help you.
Yeah, sure. So thank you so much for joining. So I believe this episode will clear many students' doubt. And thank you so much for joining again. And I hope we will continue this episode with another topic. So see you in next topic. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for ending the session.